Welcome to the Step-by-Step Millionaire, where our job is to make you money. And today we're going to talk about why the stock market is a bad investment. Look, I'm going to be straight up with you. The stock market is a really, really bad investment, especially for somebody like a normal person like you or me, although frankly, people don't think I'm normal, but that's beside the point. The question is, why is the stock market a bad investment? Aren't people making millions of dollars? Well, it's like any casino, okay? You have to understand, yeah, some people are making money, but it's not you, and it's not your next door neighbor, Ted. Believe me, it's not. It's the big guys. The stock market turns over all of your money, all the way up the pyramid scheme to the guys at top, and the guys at top can trade when you can't. They can get out of positions when you can't. You're the guy left holding the bag. And it's not a good bag because it's full of, yeah. So let's look at why the stock market isn't a good investment, okay? There's several reasons why the stock market is a bad investment. And number one is this: you don't have the research time or skills. The people that are doing this for a living, I mean, like the Warren Buffett types, they have whole companies. And those companies are researching new companies, not the companies that are on the stock market right now, but the companies that are coming onto the stock market to find out, will the companies have value? How much should be invested? Blah, 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 blah. That's what they're doing. They get the information before you do. You get the information on the night news. This stock went up 100% this week, and everybody runs into the stock market. Here's something you need to know. If you heard it on the news or from your bud next door, don't invest. It's already too late. The big guys already have their positions ready and they're getting out. Okay? Number two, you don't have any money to lose. You hear these people all the time, they're like, only invest in the stock market the amount of money that you're willing to lose. Well, I'm not willing to lose any of my money. I don't know if you're willing to lose any of your money, but personally, I've had that happen. I've lost 10 grand in a single trade. A single stock went just like that. When news came out that guess what? The stock didn't have value. And overnight, boom, there goes 10 grand on a stock almost instantaneously. And you never get it back. Now, if you have that kind of money to lose, just give it away to a charity. At least you'll get a tax receipt at the end of the end. You can use that. But other than that, don't gamble. And that's what the stock market is a gamble. Okay? Number three, you don't have the emotional strength. For a normal person, $10,000, $50,000, $100,000, that's big coin, okay? And you can't get to sleep at night when you came home and your wife says, hey, honey, did you see that your stock went down 22% and you're now worth $20,000 less than you were 10 minutes ago? You won't sleep. You'll lay in bed all night going, oh my God, why didn't I buy that stock? But wait a second, what about stocks like Amazon? What about stocks like Tesla? Well, if you'd been following them for years when they first came out, everybody told them the company wasn't going to make it. It was going to crash. It was not going to happen. And weirdly enough, it did. And only at that point did the stock become worthwhile. But then everybody piled into the stock, and the stocks are selling right now like way more than their value, which means the big guys will be getting out shortly. There'll be a crash, and you will be the one that turned your money over to the big guy who got out, okay? Number four, it's a lousy rate of return. It's a lousy rate of return. Wait, don't the rich guys do this? They put all of their money into the stock market. Rich people put their money into the stock market for holding pattern. When they don't have something to invest in, and I'm talking to really rich, when they don't have something to invest in, and they're not at the level yet where they can manipulate stocks and make money that way, they park their money in the stock market so that they can get dividends and other items so that it holds its own against inflation. If they can pull 3% a year on their investment in the stock market, and if they get any more than that, that's even better. That's why wealthy people use the stock market as a parking medium. That's it. Yes, some people can get rich doing stocks, but they're a lot smarter than you and me. Don't try to put yourself in that. It won't happen. Now, last thing I want to talk about is number 5. When you buy a stock, you don't own anything. And they tell you, no, you're investing in the company. You own part of that company. Sure you do. Okay? Try walking down to Tesla and tell Elon that you're one of the owners and you're here and you want some input. Okay? What you own is you own a portion of the company, but the company, such as Tesla, and I'm not being mean to Tesla or Amazon, they're 20 times oversold. And that means that people are buying the stock for 20 times the value of the company right now. And so when that crashes, you don't own anything except a little digital entry in your computer that says, congratulations, you own some of Tesla. And that's why the stock market is bad. There's no asset. On top of that, we're going to look at the rate of return. The Dow from 95 to 2021 returned 586% increase. Gold, if you bought gold and parked it in your basement, 460% increase. Well, the Dow did better, right? Except for one thing. You had to have the right stocks to get that kind of an increase. Whereas gold, you just bought it and stuck it in your basement. But in order to get your stocks to work, you had to be buying and selling, or you had to have that one magical stock. And you needed to know it was a magical stock, and you need to buy it in 95 and hope the magical stock was good now. Okay? The fact of the matter is, you want a good return on your money? Try this. If you'd taken $1 in 1995 and you doubled that dollar once every year, you bought something, you sold it for $2. Next year, you bought something for $2 and sold it for $4. In that 26-year period, if you'd done that every year, you would have returned $67,108.86. And the stock market would have netted you $5,860 on a $1,000 investment. And that's why people who own businesses get rich. Stop thinking stock market, start thinking business. And that is why the stock market is a bad investment. So you know how it works. Hit the subscribe button if you want. Please leave a comment, suggestions for other videos, things you'd like to know about. Hand us around to other people who need the information. And thanks very much for watching.